You know what? I was not even going to film today. I am just going to be straight up with you. I had a whole other plan for today. I was supposed to be catching up on things, doing life stuff, all of that. And I sat down to eat breakfast this morning, and I just kept getting this nagging feeling. Like that pull you get when something needs to come out, and it is not going to leave you alone until you do something about it. I tried to ignore it. I made my coffee. I scrolled a little bit. I did the whole pretend you do not feel it thing. And then I just gave up, grabbed my cards, sat right here, and started pulling. And what started coming through genuinely stopped me in my tracks. Like I had to put the cards down and just sit with it for a second, because the specificity of what Spirit was showing me was almost too much to carry in silence. So here I am, unplanned, unscripted, just me and whatever came through this morning, and a whole lot of things that I think somebody watching this needed to hear today. So settle in. This one is going to be a real one. And really quickly, the link to my channel is below this video. If this reading does something for you today, come over, subscribe, turn on notifications. I am there regularly, and I want you in that community. Okay, for real now. Let us go. So the first thing that I kept seeing, and it was not subtle at all, it was like Spirit just kept throwing this image at me over and over until I acknowledged it, is this picture of someone who completely misjudged you. And I do not mean they got a few details wrong. I mean they built an entire idea of who you are in their head. And that idea was fundamentally, foundationally off. They looked at you and they saw softness. They saw warmth. They saw this gentle, open, approachable energy, and they filed you under a certain category in their mind. Easy to understand. Safe to underestimate. Someone they thought they had figured out before they ever really gave you a chance to show them otherwise. And then something happened. I do not know if it was a specific moment or a slow accumulation of things, but at some point the real you broke through the surface. And I am talking about the other side of you. The part that is not soft. The part that is not easily read or easily managed or easily anything. The wolf underneath the gentle exterior. The quiet, precise, completely unshakable part of you that most people do not see coming. Because your surface is so warm and so disarming that nobody thinks to look for it until it is already right in front of them. And this person saw it, and it rearranged everything they thought they knew. Now they cannot stay away. Now they are watching you constantly, trying to figure out how to approach, how to break the ice, how to close this gap between where things currently are and where they desperately want them to be. And the reason they hesitated for so long, the reason they are still working up to it, is not because they are not interested. It is because you make them nervous in a way that no one ever has. And for someone who is used to being the confident one, the composed one, the one who makes other people nervous, that feeling is completely foreign and they genuinely do not know what to do with it. Drop a comment right now and type Gentle Wolf if this is already clicking. Because I feel like this collective has been here before the moment when someone finally sees past the warmth and clocks the fire underneath, and everything shifts in how they look at you. Let me see you in the comments. Now, let me talk about who you actually are. Because Spirit was very specific about this, and I think some of you need to hear it said out loud. You are a black sheep. Not in a broken way, not in a struggling way. In a this person simply cannot be contained by whatever mold everyone around them is operating from kind of way. You move differently. You think differently. The way you approach life and people and situations has a quality to it that is genuinely distinct from most people in your environment. And for a long time, maybe for most of your life, that distinction made certain people uncomfortable. You were the one who did not quite fit, the one who could not be easily categorized, the one who people sometimes did not know what to do with. And here is what is interesting about that. The people who were uncomfortable with how different you are, those people, revealed something about themselves in that discomfort. Because the people who are genuinely secure in themselves are not threatened by someone who does not fit the mold. They are fascinated by it. They are drawn to it. And this person is fascinated by you in a way that has genuinely disrupted their life. They admire the fact that you are free-spirited, that you cannot be easily tied down or easily boxed in, that you live from the inside out rather than constantly checking what is expected of you from the outside. They have never met anyone who moves the way you move through the world, and it has thrown them completely. Something that is also coming through really clearly is that your kindness has been mistaken for weakness more than once. And I want to sit on this because it is one of the more important things Spirit is bringing up today. Your warmth is real. Your gentleness is genuine. You are not performing those things. When you are kind to people, it comes from a real place inside you that chose to stay open even after experiencing things that would have justified closing. And because that kindness is so visible and so natural, certain people in your life made the mistake of thinking it was all there was. They thought the warmth meant the depth was not there. They thought the gentleness meant there were no edges. And they were wrong. Some of them found that out gradually. Some of them found it out all at once. But either way, they found it out. People regret underestimating you, and that karma is active right now. Whatever was said behind your back, whatever lies were spread, whatever dismissals were made, the exposure of those things is happening. Not because you did anything to make it happen, because the truth has a way of surfacing on its own schedule, and it is surfacing now. And some of the people who thought they got away with how they treated you or what they said about you are starting to feel that return energy, and they are not ready for it. You do not need to do anything about any of this. Your life is literally doing the talking for you. Type karma working in the comments if you feel like this is already happening around you. Because I think a lot of this collective is going to recognize this energy in their current season of life. Let me talk about this person's jealousy, because oh my gosh, it came through so strongly and it is so specific. They know that other people want you. They are very aware that your energy draws attention and that there is no shortage of people who would love to get close to you. And they hate it, like genuinely, viscerally, cannot pretend they do not care about it, hate it. They will try to act like it is not bothering them. They will try to present as unbothered and easygoing when the subject of other people pursuing you comes up. And they are absolutely not pulling it off as well as they think they are. Because they are completely in their feelings about it. They are watching who talks to you. They are noticing who comments, who slides into your DMs, who tries to get your attention in whatever setting you share. And every single time they see someone making a move toward you, it lights something up in them that they have not fully figured out what to do with yet. That jealousy is a direct measurement of how deep the feelings go. You do not get that kind of territorial about someone you are casually interested in. That is the jealousy of someone who has already decided, already claimed you in their own heart and mind before anything has been made official. And the thought of someone else getting there first is something they genuinely cannot stand. They saved your pictures. That is something that came out specifically, and I always say it when it comes up, because it is so telling. They go back to your photos. Your face does something to them. Even a picture of you triggers a feeling that they have been carrying around for a while now and have not been able to put down. You are in their head in a way that is not going away no matter how much time passes or how many other things try to occupy that space. You are the one their mind keeps returning to. Drop a below if someone is already coming to mind as I describe this. Do not tell me who. Just let me know this is landing somewhere specific for you. Now, something that I feel like deserves its own real moment in this reading the way you shift the energy of a room. This is not something you are doing intentionally. This is not performance. When you walk into a space, something changes in it. The energy recalibrates. People who were mid-conversation pause. People who were not looking up from their phones look up. There is a quality to your presence that registers on a level that is almost primal, like something in people's bodies knows that something significant just walked in before their conscious mind has even clocked it. And this person has experienced that multiple times with you, has stood there and watched the room respond to you entering it. And every time it happens, it deepens something in how they feel. Because being around someone who carries that kind of presence, who commands attention without demanding it, is an experience that does not replicate itself with just anyone. And they know they are not going to find that somewhere else. Type room shifts when I enter in the comments because I know this collective knows this feeling. The moment you walk in and something in the atmosphere changes even before you have said a single word. I want to see this in the comments so much. Let me talk about your spiritual energy now, because it was threaded through everything in this reading, and it is important. There is something about your lineage, your bloodline, the thread of where you come from that is genuinely distinct and significant. You carry something in you that is not common. Whether you have a formal spiritual practice or framework for it or not, whether you would even use the word spiritual to describe yourself, there is a quality in your energy that operates at a higher frequency than most people around you. People pick up on it without being able to explain it. They feel something in your presence that they cannot account for through ordinary means. Some people describe it as magnetic. Some people describe it as unsettling, in a way that draws them closer rather than pushing them away. Some people say you give off witch energy or goddess energy, or just simply a presence that feels ancient and knowing, and like you have access to something most people do not. This person feels all of that. And it is a big part of why they are so nervous around you. Because somewhere in them, they recognize that you are not ordinary. And approaching someone who is not ordinary requires something different than what they are used to bringing to a situation. They cannot rely on their usual charm or their usual moves. They have to show up as something real. And that vulnerability is uncomfortable for someone who is used to moving through romantic situations with confidence and ease. Your desires are manifesting. That kept coming up, and I want to say it clearly. Whatever you have been asking the universe for in love, financially, in your purpose, things are moving, even if you cannot see the movement yet. The financial piece specifically came through strongly. If you have been in a season of financial difficulty or scarcity, that season is ending. Something is breaking open in that area of your life. Money is moving toward you. Opportunity is opening. The rags to riches energy that came through in this reading is not abstracted, is a real trajectory that is already in motion. This person could work in architecture or construction that came through specifically. Or they have some kind of investment side stock trading. Something along those lines. They're financially responsible in a way that is substantive and real, not performative. They have built stability. They understand money and how to manage it and grow it. And they are the kind of person who genuinely wants to share that stability with someone. Not as a power move, not as leverage, because they see someone who has been carrying a lot on their own, and they want to be a reason that weight gets lighter. The golden retriever energy that this person carries publicly is so real and so funny when you put it next to what they are actually like on the inside when it comes to you. On the outside, composed, warm, well-liked. The kind of person everyone around them feels comfortable with. The person people trust and enjoy being around. And privately, internally, when it comes to you specifically, an absolute hot mess. Nervous, overthinking, replaying interactions, wondering if you noticed them, wondering if they came across right, wondering if you have any idea how gone they are. It is genuinely a little funny when you see it side by side. The person everyone else gets is so put together. The person they become when you enter the picture is someone completely different. Something also came through about music being a channel in this connection. Manifesting through music. Some of you are going to share music with this person, and it is going to say things neither of you is ready to say out loud yet. Pay attention to songs that come up around them, or that they send you, or that seem to keep playing when you are thinking about them. Spirit says music is a thread in this connection, and it is worth paying attention to. They want to introduce you to their family. That is coming. Not immediately, but it is in their mind. They are already thinking about what a real future with you looks like. This is not someone who is thinking in terms of casual or undefined. They are thinking about the end game. They are thinking about what it means to actually have you in their life in a committed, lasting, real way. The ring energy came through so clearly in this reading. They are thinking about forever with you, about making things official in every possible sense, about building something together that is not temporary. And they have never felt this way about anyone before. That is not a line. That is the literal truth of what came through from everyone they have ever dated. From every connection they have ever had, you are a different category. You changed the game for them completely. They want a heart to heart conversation with you. They are ready for that. They are done observing from the sidelines, and they are getting close to the point where staying quiet is going to feel worse than the risk of opening up. And when they finally have that conversation, when they finally let you see what has been sitting in them all this time, it is going to be one of those moments that you both look back on as the turning point. The before and after. The moment things got real. For some of you, you have not even met this person yet, and the meeting is going to happen when you are completely not expecting it. You are going to be going about your regular life, not looking, not thinking about love, just existing, and this person is going to show up. Maybe in the city, maybe through social media, maybe through a mutual connection. And something in you is going to know immediately that this is not a coincidence. That pull you feel is going to be real, and it is going to be mutual, and it is going to be the beginning of something significant. For those of you who already know who this is, who have been reading this whole thing thinking about a specific person, your instincts are correct. What you have been sensing is real. The feelings are there on their side, even if they have not been fully expressed yet. The hesitation is not indifference. The distance is not a lack of interest. They are just working up to something. And they are almost there. Okay, final messages from Spirit, and they are so specific. First, they love the little things about you that you do not even notice about yourself. The small, unconscious things. The habits you have. The expressions that cross your face when something genuinely gets to you. The way your whole energy shifts when you are comfortable around someone versus when you are guarded. They have noticed all of it, and they are in love with the details that you have never once thought to be self-conscious about. Second, this connection is not going to stay at the level of boyfriend or girlfriend for long. This person does not want something small with you. They want the whole thing, and they want to move toward it with intention, and without dragging their feet once they finally take the step to get things going. Third, you are full of magic, and your ancestors are present and active in your life. The protection around you is real. The forces working on your behalf are real. And the people who have tried to work against you, who have underestimated you, who have spread gossip, who have assumed your gentleness, made you an easy target, those people are experiencing the return of what they put out. You do not have to chase that. You do not have to monitor it. It is happening. Just keep going. Fourth, something financially significant is shifting for you very soon. Keep your eyes open for new opportunities, new doors, unexpected resources. The universe is redirecting abundance toward you, and it is going to become visible in ways you will recognize when you see them. Fifth, and the final message that Spirit gave me this morning, and I want to make sure I deliver it clearly. The right person always sees the wolf eventually. The people who only ever saw the gentle soul and used that to justify treating you as less than you are, they saw an incomplete picture, and they will always regret that they did not look closer. But the person who is coming, the person who is watching you and nervous about you and completely unable to stay away from you, they looked closer. They saw both, the warmth and the fire, the gentleness and the steel underneath. And they did not flinch. They leaned in. And that matters more than anything else in this reading. Stay in your power. Stay in your warmth. Do not harden yourself because of the people who could not handle the full picture of who you are. The one who can handle it is already in your orbit, already watching, already on their way to you. Please like this video if anything in this landed for you today. Drop a comment and tell me what hit you hardest: the gentle wolf energy, the karma section, the room shifting, the jealousy, the final messages. I want to hear from you because I read every single comment, and genuinely connecting with you guys down there is one of the main reasons I keep doing this. If someone came to mind during this reading, please share this video with them because you might be giving them exactly what they needed today. Come over to my channel through the link below, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and let us keep this going. I will see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and never forget you are the gentle soul and the wolf, both at the same time. And the right one loves you for all of it.